that to get rid of those players over in B lobby. But a retake is still possible for G2. Bit of Astra utility going down, trying to clear some of these angles. But it's going to be tricky now. Mixwell trying to use this opportunity, but Durka all the way from the back of Hookah creates a bit more space for his team on this post plan.
Now they've got room to maneuver with at least. FNATIC, 2 players on long, ready to play those post plans with the snake bites on their way. And that's going to seal up a lot of the time. Magnum in trouble. There's the peek. What? Magnum! He gets away with both of them! He was 5 HP, Ryan! How's he done that?
That is just tenacity, to say the least. FNATIC holding on.
Value. If you can bring it straight to them. Dashing out on sight. Oh, good night. Sweet dreams, Pith. He hadn't got a clue what was about to hit him. Sat there in his astral form, and now he can stay there for the rest of the game. Magnum isolates Mixwell and takes him down. Even more going their way. This is ridiculous. FNATIC here to play, but Aussie, the IGL of G2, new to the roster, is the one doing damage. He won't last long. The snake bite at his feet makes sure of that. An artist by himself, 1v3, all the utility to play against. A snake bite poison orb post plant. Molly from Brimstone as well, and indeed a shot in the back of the head from Brimstone. He's harassing them, man. He's keeping everybody on A. They were even starting to rotate to A. He's got a kill, and they're out on the B side. Boaster lurking, but oh no! Nothing else happens. Pith gets the triple to close the round out. Boaster did such a good job there on A, but they left that cubby unchecked. And G2 are left in a spot where pushing in is going to be pretty tough. There's the first, there's the swing by his teammate, and so it's easy peasy. I really love that from FNATIC. Great decision making every step of the way. Away with it. Man advantage is theirs, but they have a whole pad attack. Such a good position. He fades back, looks for more on the swing, catches them off guard. Out goes the dismiss, and he's ready for another. Oh my god! Eventually dealt with, but there's only one man left alive on FNATIC, and they had the better weapons on the attack side.
I think that's one of the reasons why they're 7-4 up.
I would agree with you there, Ryan. I think that for the most part, it's been a fairly aggressive push by FNATIC, shuts down defenses, pretty much what we're seeing here. And then they're left, oh, hold on, Aussie on the side swipe. He catches Doma with Mixwell's double. They're right back in it. They're here to fight. FNATIC decided to rotate, but it doesn't matter because Padatek off screen just dominates Mystic. And so the spike is left, sat in mid going, what the hell do I do? Really nice round from G2 and from Mixwell in particular, shutting down that push inside a bathroom.
It's an area that FNATIC have felt that they can get for free to some extent. Durka just looking away at the worst time and try and halt things as they happen with the Molotov. But the gravity well is going to make things awkward, forces him to face up, but Magnum on the elbow is clearing up so far. Even when G2 are going into them head on, FNATIC are just immovable.
Yeah, this defense has been solid. Just one man side swiping gives the ability for kill after kill to come in. And Pith by himself, well, he gets the first, but how much more can he expect? Magnum's low HP. His teammates here to trade, though. Look at them swing, look at them go, and a good attempt by Pith. But in the end, it gets nothing. 8 rounds on the board for FNATIC.
Next, but I don't know. It just feels that this G2 has been performing really well in the open qualifiers. Hasn't necessarily been as on it today. Magnum faces up to Padatek. The showstopper gets Mystic, but it also takes Mixwell out of the server for now too. Now the Seeker's going to explode to really put that pressure back onto G2, onto the back foot. And whilst Mixwell's brought back in, Doma gets rid of Pith.
This is man advantage. So much damage done. G2 in trouble as Aussie falls. Artis and Mixwell, the final 2 players remaining. And it doesn't look like they'll really get all too much done with Mixwell spotted in the open and the last man alive. 5 HP. That is it. FNATIC, they have come in here and they have dominated from the get-go on Bind. Mixwell, I don't know how he doesn't die there. Caught with his knife out. But the time is too low. Surely the Molly, he avoids it. This man is just toying with death and somehow staying alive. Oh, I like that play. It's a good idea to stay here, but Shirley doesn't get it. 2 kills for Mixwell, but in the end, they swing. I could feel that going his way. 13-5, FNATIC take map 1. G2 on the back foot, the giants of the region of old, at least. They came in with a new IGL. They looked better in their previous games, but right now, FNATIC, oh, they're showing that they're a team not to be messed with. Out the pistol round here on Ascent. And G2, they're known for being an aggressive team, but Durka, oh, he's bringing that game right to them and playing them at it. Backing out of mid, a wall goes up, and the control's denied. There is the opening duel for FNATIC.
And just a kill, backing off, retaking that space, using both the door and also the wall. Durka, just through the smoke, gets the ghost headshot. He knows where G2 are trying to push him, and he just keeps backing off. He's isolating these fights one by one, and he can easily get the ace onto Pip, but no, he has to go ruin it, but Doma is there to instantly clean up. Durka just led G2 on a leash there and chipped him off one by one. Yeah, I knew what you were about to talk about as he died as well, but G2 are now making this work for them. Lining up on aggressive angles. It's tricky for FNATIC to clear. But Doma is going to bring up the Resurrect. It's going to force Aussie to play a bit more aggressive, and it works out perfectly. Way to play it down on this one with Mixwell diving in early on. They managed to turn it around for themselves.
Oh, Mystic. Oh, that's a nice little position. They're hunting them down, and at least some damage done there. But ideally, FNATIC would much rather carry these weapons through, and Doma might not have that option. They're rushing him down. Player coming up from heaven. The pre-fire runs out of ammo.
And he'll continue to build off of it.
Indeed, the foundations are there. I like the fact that when... Whoa, no!
Okay.
What? Durka Doma headshots across the board. That's the spike down, but it's weapons lost, and for G2, they don't want to commit towards that fight. They also don't want to allow FNATIC to save those weapons. What I was about to compliment G2 on was the fact that they find openings, but they don't feel the need to immediately take engagements. Right there, I don't blame them. They attempted to trade a fallen comrade. Of course, that's what you should do. But those sheriff shots were just too clean. And coming into... Oh my god, look at the fact he has paranoia to play with. No one else here. That's the only thing worrying for Mystic. He's in a bit of trouble as he's going to pop the paranoia. Oh, that even blinds Mixwell. He's up close. That took way too long. But the kill goes his way. That's a Blade Storm wasted by the attackers as they now look to take the site. In come the reinforcements. Durka from above with one, and it's all left onto Patatek. 3 pistols to take down. In fact, one on the flank is about to recover an operator, not even a vandal. The Patatek planting. He needs to take a fight quickly or they will just overwhelm him. Oh, but in fact, he's going to play down below where the pistols will have a close range fight. He's just hoping to catch them as they drop down. I don't know how successful that's really going to be. And especially as he hasn't been spotted on site. This is the first place they're going to look. They even wall off. Man, that's so good. They wall off heaven so he cannot flank, and Boaster takes the shot to close it. What a round from FNATIC. They never should have won that.
G2 are going to try and play this post plan. Interesting stuff from Ardis all the way in the defender spawn. But it's Boaster that brings the 3v3 towards their favor. Ardis punishing Magnum and will continue to do so. Now a 2 versus 1. Boaster has it all to do. The shock dart in on the corner to try and clear it. Can isolate Patatek, but it's sloppy. He still manages to win it. But now Ardis is the one with the pole position. The shock dart's in a nice spot. But Ardis's is just better. A crazy 4K across all of the map. Chaos peeking around this angle. Gets it onto Patatek. Boaster's there in support. But these last players are going to be dotted all around the map as Mystic gets the jump-in headshot onto Mixwell. And now Piff trying to isolate these fights, but FNATIC peeking from 2 different directions.
Noise up in heaven. If they're able to get any sort of foothold on the site, that's Patatek's time to shine. For now, they're content to just focus on him because they know the drop down has to come in. As G2 gear up for this retake, they know exactly where Cypher is. Drop down, Mixwell's good for a 1-for-1 trade. Pith with another. Here's where Patatek comes out to play, but he might not even be needed. Oh, in fact, he's dealt with. Doma coming in with the headshots and the round. A 3K, a 1v3 clutch. How has he gotten away with that one and put 7 on the board for FNATIC? That's unreasonable.
But Mixwell's there waiting for the operator. This is going to be a pretty key fight, but it could all be a bit much. And Aussie is good for 1 at least.
1 kill, but they need a little bit more, especially as Durka just goes to town, man, into spawn, taking kills. The confidence is there, the res is there, and FNATIC, they just look unstoppable at this point. The knives out, and they're not even landing a target. Durka, well, I don't feel like it's going to be the same story for him with how he's been playing so far. The young talent, Yampy's schoolmate, not classmate, couple years apart. Gonna look to take that fight versus Mixwell, which so far has been incredibly successful for him. For G2 getting back into this site, they have the man disadvantages. They need to find all the control, all the duels. They're worried about being main. Boaster goes down to the op. Okay, it's a good start. What more can they do? Let's see. Dirk is there with the knives in hand. He gets himself 1. Looks for the final player of Mixwell. I don't even know that oh, yeah, he's found him. He's found him, and he's after him. One after another, they're going in, barely missing him. The classic out. A decent fight for Mixwell somehow. And a 1v1 that he can't win. Time is too low. He gets shot in the end. Doma will fall to the spike, but at that point, it just doesn't matter, does it?
It might have to be that way, but G2 really need to respond. We need to see that tenacity from 2020, and we really need to see it now as this execute is starting to come in. FNATIC down players, and Pith is there to at least save them for this one. It's just going to be Boaster left alive.
They survive at least a little bit longer, Ryan. Indeed, 5 rounds between them. G2 hit 7, and it's a long road. With a minute left on the clock, there is plenty of space to be taken here for FNATIC, and G2 don't want to overextend. They know how important this is, but Mixwell, he goes down. Pith good for the trade. Oh my god, look at the damage. That was a blind spam through a cage, and he's on 22 HP. They knew where he was going to be walking to. Another shot for Doma. In with the double. With Pith low and Aussie there to stand with him, at least he'll get a heal. But it looks to be a 2 versus 3. Maybe not a retake, though. FNATIC has slowed it down. They know that G2 are going to want to make a play.
30 seconds
Well, what's
left.
Aussie doing, though? He needs to go and heal his teammate at this point, surely. With Pith being so low, he's going to have to rely on headshots. But no, Aussie runs away. No heals for you today, unfortunately. Maybe preoccupied with the thought that this might be about to end. The teleport heard on A. What does Pith do with this kind of health? I don't think there is anything he can do. And oh my god, never mind then, Pith. Over the wall he goes. Down to Boaster, and now a 2 versus 2. No way G2 pull this one back. There's absolutely no way. They have no control. They have no ultimates to play with. Nothing that says that this should be a round that goes their way. The time is against them, and they have zero information. That camera being placed garners them nothing, but now they know those players are probably underneath, and they need to push out. Aussie's already defusing. The first kill goes their way, but Aussie, he saves the day. Out on mid, destroy that wall, and Aussie has no idea the Blade Storm's on its way. Durka not able to take him down, but he can't get out of there alive. Not a chance as he's shut down. Wall up, res up, and Durka's back alive, but maybe not. FNATIC, look at that triple, keeping G2 alive in this one. Any chance of them taking over this one on the FNATIC side is pretty much out the window. Boaster, the final remaining player, he hasn't even got a rifle, and as he attempts to remedy that, he falls. 11 to 12, G2 were behind. They were looking down and out of this game. The drone coming. They're ready to take a fight. His teammate is the one that blocks it. There's the paranoia, looking for an opponent, but Durka, he's already updrafted. He's already on the site and taking a backstab. Mixwell in a bit of trouble now, stuck over by the button. Comes around with the right click, but it misses. FNATIC, 4 versus 2. G2 on their knees. They have to make this retake work. The ultimates are nigh on non-existent. The last thing that they have to play with is going to be Cypher's ult, but it's being used against them. FNATIC have all the info to play with. They have the post plants. And G2 mounting this retake. They have plenty of time to play with, but they're stalling. They're not finding anything. FNATIC aren't giving them opportunities. The camera delays it even further. As Pith takes his steps out, Boaster is biding his time. He doesn't want to peek too early and get caught off, but now as they move forward, it's his time to peek. Magnum and Boaster close it out. 13 to 11. G2 will not be making it to Masters as FNATIC move on. 1 game away from the Challengers Finals. What an incredible series.